Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the DZMC Gaming Channel. Good news, we wrapped up our game with JPGR 136 and we won, taking the Eastern United States. That's two in a row for me on that. You don't see that very often. So I thought we'd start a ninth game, see if we can go to 9 and 0. And we've drawn a competitor by the name of Waiter, I believe. He's in the combat phase of his turn. And I thought I'd use this match here as a. I've seen recently a lot of videos online about 7 tips to do 10 tips, and I thought maybe I'd do a do's and don'ts. And I always thought to myself, well, how do I do that without having to get into a bunch of games and like giving out actual scenarios? And I'm thinking to myself, well, in most games there's a lot of material where you can actually point out most of the tips yourself. So what I'm going to try and do is give those tips uh, as we uh, as we proceed through the game and see if that helps. So look at that, 8 and 0, and that gets you only rank 78 gold. That would normally have given you at least top 20 in the previous season. So there are a lot of people playing this game this season. I think once Beamdog they left early release about a year now, that a lot of people have picked this game up. It's pretty polished. There are a couple things I think Beamdog can work on. Uh, Mostly tactile things, things that are like user interfaces, things like that. But I'd also like them to add a feature if they're listening to this video, not that they are, but if they do happen to, where at the end of the mobilization stage, they have a box or a dialog box that says, "Have you changed your defense profiles?" or "Have you checked your defense profiles?" I think that would be a nice addition to the game because they took changing defense profiles mid-game or mid-turn on the other person's turn. They took that away. I think they could at least maybe make it up to the community by giving us a dialog box or a prompt box saying, have you guys have you made sure you've done your defense profiles or something along those lines? And so that's something I'd like to see. But looks like he's taking his turn. Let's see. I've only had KJS this entire 8 games, and all US KJFs. Two of them have been pretty good. Actually, the last two were pretty good KJFs. So I'm kind of hoping to see if we can get a KGF in here somewhere. So let's see if there's going to be an opportunity for us to do that. So we'll load the box up here and see how he did. Looks like he took Ukraine pretty comfortably. Slightly below average West Russia. The sub is here. Infantry here, and all this infantry up here. So this speaks KJF. So we'll see if we can't deter his attention away from a KJF by building a destroyer, trying to preserve the battleship. Oh wait, what did he buy? He bought a fighter. He did. It's very suboptimal. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Um, I don't recommend doing that. I've seen some players do that. Not a particular fan of that kind of purchase for Russia. If you would have put maybe a fighter here, 1, 2, 3, um, that might have made a little bit of sense, but he did not. So we are gonna go. See, now if I put my battleship here, he's got 3 fighters. Um, so a destroyer purchase would not make sense here. So this is going to be a fairly meta opening for me. Because the Russian sub is here, this is a do, or as opposed to maybe perhaps a don't. A don't do a 5-1 when the Russian sub is here. Make sure that you're going all in on 6. That's just my preference. Of course, you're entitled to do what you want. He did not buy tanks, so we are going to stack Karelia. Take Ukraine. And so that's pretty meta. and we're going to take Transjordan, kill the destroyer, and we're going to give him the opportunity. Let's make sure that our subs are not, are sorry, that are set to submerge. Let's do that now, and they are. Okay. And the reason for that, of course, is if he doesn't do a C-Zone 37, he might jump around here and try to kill this sub here. So, I don't, this is not meta play, so I don't know what this player is going to do. It smells of a KJF, sort of a Russian participation in a KJF, but by stacking Karelia, I'm going to end that dream real quick. Or at least I'm going to try to. So we're going to go 11 and 2. Actually, you know what? We're not going to do that. We're actually going to buy 2 tanks. And instead of the destroyer, we're going to do the alternative, my alternative, which is 2 tanks, 2 artillery, 7 infantry. That protects us against the KJF. If it is a KJF, it gives Germany much more flexibility early on. And that's going to be the goal of Germany in a KJF, is to have Japan survive and Germany just absolutely dominate Europe. So let's do that. We're going to kill this. We're going to take the tank. We got to win that. We're going to go both subs here, both fighters here, and this sub, and this cruiser. There's an alternative strategy where you can actually leave the cruiser to try to protect the transport, forcing the UK to use a fighter against the cruiser. But that's only if you're doing this too, and that's only if the Russian submarine is in C-Zone 3 or somewhere not C-Zone 7. So we're not going to do that. We are going to take one of these guys though, and those who've seen my previous videos, the logic is for that. The logic, of course, is it's twofold. It takes away a landing spot for the Americans to land fighters in Moscow or West Russia. Plus, it also allows planes or fighters that are stationed in Germany proper to hit this C-zone. Because oftentimes what you'll see in a KJF is you'll see sort of a sparse USA investment, and hope for the UK can sort of do all the heavy lifting when it comes to providing the fleet, and the US will just sort of spawn off of them and follow them around. And what that does is it guards against them having to split or being able to split their fleets. If you can hit C-Zone 3, the UK have to build fleet. They have to think about that every single time. So we're going to do that. We are also going to attack this here with these 2 planes. And that's it. That's all we're going to do. So let's do it. I'm going to do the Transjordan battle first because it is amphibious combat. Hopefully take this without any damage, but good start. Got him. He hit back. He does. That sucks. I like having 2 guys in Transjordan, but should win this comfortably. His sub submerges. If I would have known that, I would have sent my other sub to the destroyer, but it is what it is. Oh, look at that, 2. He's gone. He would have been gone regardless. Yeah. And we take the sub because there's still a destroyer left. But he is going to have to take perhaps maybe even all 3 of his planes to this battle now. I mean, he might try to do it without that. But we'll see. Hopefully we get this. Just need 1 hit. Oh. Just give me a hit. There we go. And no hits. Nice. Okay. So 9 for 52? Take that. These planes are going. We're going to try to defend France. I don't want to give them anything. And recently I've been seeing guys go after this, so I'm actually going to put one more guy in there. Actually, we're going to put the this anti-aircraft in there as well. Make sure we have our defense profile set up so that anti-aircraft go before infantry, and they are set that way. So that's good. Maybe we don't need the other infantry here now. Um, two. Oh, that's right, because we already have one. Okay, so we're going to take the one from Germany back. And we're going to put him up here. We're going to stack West Russia. We're going to... Wait. I didn't put a guy here? Oh, look at that. I've already made a mistake. That's just wonderful. Now the question is, can we stack Ukraine? Oh, that was ugly. $11 is not enough. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Huh. That was just plain dumb. Good news is he can only put 8 there. I doubt he would do that, but we can stack Below though, I think. Let's see. What are we going to stack it with? Eight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, these guys all have to go here. Can't do it. So I see what he's going to do. He's going to probably try and attack Ukraine. I'm going to let him walk this way if he wants to. He'll put himself out of position. He'll lose Russia by round 4. I'm okay with that. Actually, I'll put one guy here. We're going to invite this attack. Jeez, that was a mistake. Pretty big one, too. Early. So that's a don't. Always make sure you put one guy in here. I think what I was thinking is I was going to put the guy there, and I saw this, and I said, oh, yeah, make sure we do that, and then forgot to do this. Make sure you're covering your move, folks. Or your moves, I should say. That looks pretty safe. I mean, it's not a major mistake. It's just a mistake that it's uncomfortable. It's awkward error. It's not game breaking in any by any stretch of the imagination. It gives him an extra 2. He's going to be collecting 29, and he doesn't have to worry about retaking this next turn. So that's not great. He's only at 2, so he's going to hit 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16 he can put there. We can attack with 12, 14, 15, plus all of our planes if we wanted to. He's not holding Karelia. I might build 2 guys there, though. This is going to be interesting. But let's end our turn there. Let's make sure that we didn't forget anybody. There's a lot to do. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. And the tanks give us some flexibility here. That's why we build them. We could put them in there. We're going to put 1 guy here. 1 guy here. That's, of course, if the transport lifts. Otherwise, they're just add to the party. All right. Well, he's online. Oh, I think we'll give him a chance to take his turn. So I'll pause it here. As you can see, like at my level of play, I shouldn't be making mistakes like that. That's an oversight. Again, it's not a game-breaking mistake, but it's 2 less that Germany could have right now, and they really should be collecting 42, but they're not now. So they add up. Mistakes like that add up. Hopefully you don't make too many of them throughout the course of a game. I do believe he's going for a KJF. We'll find out real quick if he's going to do that. And if he is going to do that, we're not doing a Pearl Light. Probably wouldn't have done it anyway. And the only reason to do the Pearl Light is to kill the aircraft carrier and sort of stunt the U.S.'s advance into the Pacific, and it does a good job of doing that. So we'll see how things go. But we'll pause it here, and he looks like he's online. It is Friday night, so it looks like some people are going to play a while tonight, including myself. So we'll pause it here, and I'll come back to it. All right, let's jump back in and watch. Again, if some players are weird about this kind of stuff, but I like to watch. It went fast. This guy, I think he knows what he's doing. I don't know if I played him before. Oh no, what happened? Oh. It doesn't look like he went KJF. At least from what I could see. Oh, it could still be a KJF. Looks like he killed my battleship, lost his bomber. 2 fighters, 1 artillery. So that's 10, 30. Saved 1. Lost his bomber. Oh, he didn't lose any units. But he didn't build any either. And he didn't kill my transport. That means I'm going to get Eastern Canada this turn. Oh no, he's going to kill it with the sub. I was getting excited there for a second. Well, not building the fleet here. Built 4 fighters. And he didn't put them here. I don't know what this guy's doing. I gotta be honest with you. Oh, he went offline. Come on, dude. Play 1 round. I don't know what he's doing. So let's take a look. Well, I've got my transports. Not doing this. Maybe he's planning on sending them this way. I'm gonna zip in, zip out. We'll have to see what he does with the U.S. If he does something silly with the U.S., we might be able to make him pay for this. This fleet is gonna die. It didn't matter. Even if he did lose his sub here, he would have killed this with the bomber. Okay, so um, take Burma, Yunnan, Anhui, Buryatia, lightly. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to invite him to do a KGF, which I think at the original onset of this match I wanted him to do so I can show you how to defend against it, but I think I would prefer him to do a KJF here. The 4 fighters is interesting. I mean, he can put them here. 1, 2, 3, 4. What do I want him to do? We could put one here and these guys here and really make a push for through China because although these 7 infantry look really scary, he's got no fighter support, and we're gonna have all of our transport. So let's do that. Let's build two. Let's not think too hard about this. And we're gonna build 4 and 1, and then watch what he does. Yeah. Okay. Um, let's save one because we're gonna put him here, because we're gonna put all of our planes here. Um, this guy's gonna go here. This guy's gonna go here, here. Uh, he's gonna go here. These 2 are gonna go here, along with these 2. This plane's gonna go here. This plane's gonna go 1, 2, 3 here. Um, so big presence in China early. Keep these guys back because we'll decide what to do with them. Get the cruiser hit at least. Should do it. Let's put him there too. And him. Oh, that's my wife yelling. I'm recording, honey. Okay. So I think that's gonna do it. Let's do it. Should win all of these battles. Good heavy push. That's going to give us a good heavy push. Also give us a round 3 timing on India. Wow. Gotta get these battles out of the way. Don't like that. I have the sneaking suspicion he's going to come back into C zone 44 and start messing with me. So let's think about that. We want him here just to hit anything here. One, two, three, four. One, two, three. So transports are safe here. Peanut, shut up. So by putting the logic from putting all your planes here is they can land in West Russia or Ukraine to defend any kind of stacks, but we're not going to be stacking Ukraine. Not this turn. So we don't need our planes, all of them here anyway. Not this turn anyway. He's got no planes that can reach really. But one is enough. He's got one, two, three, four. Can't reach. I think we'll put the destroyer there, but we'll put the battleship here. So good, nice push through China if we need to, and a good round 3 possible timing on India. Might be there. Depends what he does with this fleet here. So we'll see. This could be a problem, but we can take care of it. We have enough units on the mainland to take care of that and all 4 transports. kill that Russian stack of infantry that really should have gone this way. I mean, I don't mind see leaving maybe 2 or 3 behind. That's fine, but you want your guys this way, unless you're doing a full KJF. Doesn't look like he is. I guess he could, but we've just 1, 2, 3. We just put a Kaibot. He's not going anywhere near the C zone. So my guess is he goes through here. No, not with this many planes. I don't know. Um, and the reason for everything in the Philippines is because we want to deter him from jumping into this here, like that, or anything close to Japan's mainland. So we'll leave it at that. Didn't miss anything. Japan's turn is fairly standard. 2 transports here should be safe. 1, 2, 3. Now he could. He doesn't have it. His bomber's gone. He can open to me, but he doesn't have a British fighter or bomber anywhere near me, so I'm good. Okay, so there we go. Should be about a 171, 166 to 153. Pretty close. Of course, that's because we didn't take Karelia like an idiot. If I can kill this and not lose any planes, that'd be amazing. Blitz in, blitz out here. We'll stay here as long as we can to exhaust as many resources as we can away from India. That's the goal of the Germans here. I guess that was the logic behind the third fighter, is to kill or to prevent the German battleship from coming up into here. And it worked, because it didn't. Plus, Russia can always use a fighter. It's just that usually can't get away with it. Plus, it helps with trading. So, I mean, it's not a terrible purchase, but it's just, it's an awkward purchase. Let's just put it that way. He's not online, but he maybe could have gone offline to maybe have some dinner or something, maybe. So I can pause it here a little bit. Maybe come back to this. If not, we'll make it an episode. Again, do's and don'ts. And one of my do's and don'ts, or 7 tips, I guess, is going to be patience. Exercise patience with the Axis. Especially with Germany. And with Japan. You notice I did not buy any fleet. And I didn't do that on purpose. Because I'm trying to get him to tip his hand. And Japan already has a surplus. We didn't lose any ships. So we have a surplus of ships over the Americans. Now, not against the Americans and the UK combined, but against the Americans only, we can wait a turn to buy our ships, which is what we're planning on doing. Now, I know that there's some conversation on Discord right now about the logic of building 4 transports or having 4 transports for Japan and all land units on the first turn, that you'll never really get to be able to use them if there's a KJF. And that is true, but at least you have them on the island, so it allows you to build a complex and allows you to do other things. So it's a zig and zag, right? It's a zigzag warfare. That logic is true, that you can't really shuffle forces back and forth onto the mainland. You can once you get to a point of equilibrium, and we discussed that in my previous 2 videos about reaching equilibrium. Once you do that, then you can just, whatever you take off, you just resupply, right? So you can get away with that then, but then you're limited as to where you can put them. So there's some logic to that too, but that usually doesn't really play itself until round 4 or 5, where you can actually afford to do that. I thought I put 4 fighters here. I guess maybe only 3 could reach. If it turns out they are doing a KHF, though, it would be appropriate for us to build a couple of destroyers and a sub this turn. And because of this fleet here, we're not sure about what it's going to do. We have to build a complex here. So we'll see how much we can afford. So we're collecting 34. If everything goes right, we're collecting another 2. Excuse me. And if everything goes exceptionally well, and we kill this, and then he's forced to buy a fleet here, or he can ignore his fleet. Once we kill this, then he's limited, right? He's got 4 fighters. What's he gonna do? Build 2 carriers? That's 28. That'll give him 6 left over. 2 carriers isn't enough. Or maybe he thinks it is. I don't know. But we'll pause it. Give him some time to see if he comes back on. If not, we'll come back on and just say that we'll make this an episode and we'll go from there. Maybe start a new game. I can handle 2 games at once. I actually was doing 3 games at once at one point this season, which I never do. I've learned that lesson. So we'll see if we'll start a second game. But we'll come back in a little bit once he comes back online, if he comes back online.